Well, hello cuties and welcome to our very special video because today I am gonna put together my most favorite reactions to Stray Kids. So it's gonna be like a reaction super compilation. Throughout the years, I did become a huge stay. I support kids as much as I can. They are one of my most favorite ultimate groups or old groups. I like to very often search their live performances to see how they've grown vocally, and most recently I reacted to Han on Lee Mujin's episode, and then before that I reacted to Seungmin. I watched their entire journey on The Kingdom, and I grew very fond of them. So I love them a lot. So I thought, let's put together some of my most favorite reactions to Stray Kids and kind of tease you for all of the Stray Kids content that's about to come, both on TikTok and on YouTube. And don't worry, I included, of course, my very first reaction to Felix voice, which went literally viral everywhere. So don't be surprised when you're gonna see me. Here you go. I lost literally 12 kilos. So I'm a new human a little bit, but I am in the same love with Stray Kids. And I hope you're gonna be excited for more content. I'll see you. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my variety show. We're here weekly from 1 to 3. And we do make your life more or less miserable. Really depends on you. Well, but we're reacting to music here, so it's definitely something positive to look forward, right? And now, without any further ado, let's go and watch Stray Kids do their thing in the studio. Oh my god. Okay, this looks like a security camera a little bit. It does have that vibe. I feel like they don't know that we're watching.
두루루를 뱉었네. 고개를 뚝뚝뚝 꺾어대. 순한 양의 탈에 벗겨내 눈이 뒤집힌 늑대 한번 섞어포페. 처음부터 너무 높게 잡았나?
Oh my god. I will have to look into their names just to make sure that I know who is who. But this is when you make your voice really sound like a Tommy gun, right? It was very, very well supported. It was fast. I love how he went through the r, because it's just such a great consonant to work with when you want to make sound something super punchy. Let's hear it again.
Okay. 두루루를 뱉었네. 고개를 뚝뚝뚝 꺾어대. 순한 양의 탈에 벗겨내 눈이 뒤집힌 늑대 한번 섞어포페. 처음부터.
Just also focus on how big of a breath in he did, because this kind of a really punchy, really strong rapping slash singing needs a lot of stamina and needs a lot of very good support, and a big, very deep and very substantial breath is gonna help you a lot. So just check.
Okay. 두루루를 뱉었네. 고개를 뚝뚝뚝 꺾어대. 순한 양의 탈에 벗겨내 눈이 뒤집힌 늑대 한번 섞어포페. 처음부터 너무 높게 잡았나?
Very intimidating at the same time.
착한 태초판부터 장난치는 no thanks. Oh, 다쳐들어 고개 방심한테 보여줘야지 본때. Pull up the trigger, 뱅어가 윌로 관역을 마치고 잡아퐁. 표정은 못 숨겨 그래 난 고치고도 한쪽이 꼬리 열려서 so.
The first one definitely had a little bit of a fry in his voice as well. That was way more tension. The second rapper, a little bit less of attention. He was using a little bit more quality, his speech voice quality. That's why his voice also sounded way more warmer than the first singer.
no thanks. Oh, 다쳐들어 고개 방심한테 보여줘야지 본때. Pull up the trigger, 뱅어가 윌로 관역을 마치고 잡아퐁. 표정은 못 숨겨 그래 난 고치고도 한쪽이 꼬리 열려서 so.
Also a huge difference. First rapper made a huge big breath in at the very beginning and just went on that one breath the whole phrase. This singer or this rapper did have multiple breath ins within the phrase, so yeah, he's definitely wasting a little bit more air within the phrase than the first singer. I mean, that's really just a preference. That's no good or wrong way to go about it, but that's definitely an interesting detail to point out. Okay, that was rappers. Now we're gonna have a little look at the singers. Let's go. He has a tiny bit of a nasal quality, but I like his voice. He was not too tense. He was opening phrases pretty okay. But what I really like was that handwork. Like, look at that. A lot of singers do use tons of their hands, right? And a lot of people think it's just the kind of the interesting posture. It's kind of just the act, as something like an accompaniment to be interesting to look at. But honestly, there's a huge psychology behind using the hands. It is very, very helpful to singers. As a human beings, we do rely a lot on visualization, and audio is something that we do understand and we like, but something that we can see do help us incredibly. And a lot of singers do help themselves with the hands. So if they do have the progression to higher tone, they like to go up with their hands, and they kind of visualize the tone that they're creating, the sound that they're creating with their hands, and it helps incredibly. One of the very cute exercises that you can also do at home is kind of the reverse psychology with the hands. So if you do have some kind of a mental block with a very high tones, instead of going high with your hand, as you're going high with your voice, you kind of descend with your hand. So you kind of trick your mind into easing into those high tones, because hey, the hand is going down, right? Reverse psychology at its finest, baby.
니나 잘했어.
고생했습니다.
아직은 잘 모르겠지 그저 원하면 that's me 넌 불보듯이 뻔해
아 느낌이 너무 좋아.
느낌 너무 좋았어.
느낌이
아직은 잘 모르겠지 그저 원하면 that's me 넌
그런 느낌으로.
Ooh, he has such a different tone quality than the rest of them. Definitely standing out.
오케이 오케이.
아직은 잘 모르겠지 원하면 that's me 넌 불보듯이 뻔해
오케이, 뒤에 갈게요.
What you gonna do when I come through with that Ho! Ho!
잠깐만.
Ooh, yeah. For the punchy kind of shouting of some kind of a phrase within the song, a lot of singers do it on their live performances. It's something that hypes really people up, right? Hey, ho! You know what I mean? It's quite different from the way you control your voice within standard singing. It's way more based on the breath. So sometimes, especially during a recording where you can't, you can do it, you can pre-train it before you really hit that record. It's good to kind of tune your brain into that really punchy tone that's going to come out of you, and kind of prep the breath as well, because you have to flex your diaphragm into that boom that you're about to deliver. I like this. Stray kids everywhere all around the world. It's catchy. I have to go and listen to the song because it sounds incredibly catchy. All right, we have another singer. He looks so cute. Look, he looks incredibly young. Okay, I'm excited. What? No, that's not him. No way. That's... Oh, hold on. Oh, no. No, you're not gonna trick me like that. Are you serious?
Never saw it coming. This that come back when the kingdom falls. We ambush tough for payback. So sit back. This squad's gonna headshot your leg.
Oh. No. No way. No way! Like, he looks incredibly young. He looks like when he's gonna start singing, it's gonna be very bright. Again, as a people, we do get influenced by visual the most, right? And his visual with his voice was absolutely not correlating. Oh, his voice is super cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited because I'm so happy that this kind of voice also found its place in this type of music. I don't think I've ever heard such a low set voice in the boy band, in the Korean boy band. So if there is, let me know down in the comments, because I'm a big fan. I think it's super, super cool. I like that they really utilize his voice fantastically in the phrase. And also, it's not just his voice, like he is doing great with what he has. So he's aware that his voice is lower set. He knows that it's gonna be very specific within the song. And I love that he used a lot of fry as well, because on that low set voice, the fry, it sounds amazing. So he's not just singing with a nice tone quality that he has, like that atypical super low tone quality, but he is also, first of all, singing very well, and second of all, he is utilizing its beauty, and he is also using a lot of fry, which is really adding to the harsh feeling of that phrase. I dig him a lot. Okay, I need to hear it one more time. I need to hear it one more time. Come on.
Never saw it coming. This that come back when the kingdom falls, we ambush tough for payback. So sit back, this squad's gonna headshot your leg.
Oh. I did not expect to get this surprised at hearing this video, but I see why all of you guys wanted me to react to this, because my god, they are versatile and they are so freaking different. Like, the whole group is very unique. I'm really enjoying them. I need to react to them a little bit more.
Stray kids everywhere,
All around the world.
stray kids everywhere, all around the world.
Stray kids everywhere, all around the world. Alright, count me in. I will be a fan. This is something that is not tampered with. It's not, you know, there's no post-production yet. It's really also just a very basic recording. It's not on any kind of a fancy technique. Very well done. I'm so super impressed with them. They've been doing a lot of stuff that do not need a heavy post-production, which is amazing, because we are trying to get as close with the quality as possible to studio recordings. Now, I'm not a purist in this sphere, so if a singer is uncomfortable with singing something that they sang in the studio, or it's not exactly the same, I am not gonna be critical about them. It's fine, but it's always super impressive to really see people in a studio and it's like almost spot on. It's almost there, and that's what they did. It was really, really amazing. Hello everybody, my name is Katriinka and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new and you are a stray, I can promise you that you can stay, because in this house we do stand stray kids. And now, without any further ado, stray kids, I'll be your man behind the scenes studio recording. Let's get into it. Okay, so if I'm correct, we have two separate footages, so I'm excited.
자, 승민아. 네. 어차피 널 그렇게는 완전 초고음 부분이어서.
Ooh, that's a high tone. It's actually more problematic because of how huge the jump is. There is always a nice thing to be ascending to the highest tone, so there's like a build up, so na 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 na, right? It's just some kind of a build up towards the high tone. But when you have like the repositioning is super fast and you have to be like mentally there way before it happens. So the jumps, difficult. But I believe in Seungmin. He is such a stunning singer. He completely changed my whole stance towards him on Mayfly. That was a stunning performance. He really stood his ground. So I'm so excited for him.
그냥 진짜 너가 음만 잘 찍어놓으면 될 것 같고. C#이지.
That sounded strange, I know, but that was him opening his pathways, especially to his mix, which is gonna have a lot of work here.
기도라는 곡이 저희가
Oh, so this is
보컬적으로는
B2B?
상섭이랑 저랑 둘이서도 힘들 것 같다라는 곡이었기 때문에 와 기도?
너무 높아. 죽는 거야 그냥. 원키로 하는 건가요 그거를? 그러면 정말 대단한 친구들이야.
Are they singing in an original key? A lot of artists do have that one or two songs in their repertoire that is also like a really huge challenge for themselves. But you're trained to approach it in a certain way. You know how to open the highest tones because you have done it so many times. It's your song, but they know. Like, if you know that this is gonna be a hard piece to do. And I love that he was like, oh, then they are incredible people.
기도라는 곡을 고르게 돼서 그런지 가창을 또 보여주면은
그런 걸 보여줄 수 있는 딱 노래긴 하죠.
아예 처음부터 그냥 부르는 것도 완전 원음으로
맞아요.
그러니까 우리한테 진짜 새로운 모습일 것 같기는 해.
To be fair, it is kind of a thing. Like if you choose a very hard song, I don't say that you have to do it, but a lot of times it's really hard to back off and be like, but I'm gonna see it in singing in the lower key, especially on the competitions and special occasions. Like if you choose a really hard song, most people are gonna probably expect for you to sing it in the original key. That's kind of the unlucky side of the hard choice. If you really want to show off, then go and show off. And I commend them for the decision, even though it's a difficult one. Han is incredible. I've said it before when I've seen him on the First Take. His resistance is great. He knows how to really belt it out, and he's belting this. He's not even mixing properly. He is just belting this out. And one thing only that I would be really cautious with Han is that he is crazy. Like he's gonna go to lengths. And if I would be his vocal coach, I would just be like, okay, but just let's not overstrain ourselves, okay? Because we don't want to overdo it. But he is freaking incredible. He has very fronted sound, very bright and open. I am always like completely floored by him because he's just like a rapper, and then he backs it out and he just starts doing this.
아 제발에 무너지네 내가.
힘없다.
엄청 높네 이거.
It's really high. I really like. I think even like girls would have issues. So
어려웠어요. 제가
very
살면서
hard.
이렇게 어려운 노래는 처음 불러봐요. 이제 B2B 선배님들을 떠올리면 진짜 노래 잘하는 그룹이라는 이미지가 굉장히
Definitely.
강하잖아요. 근데 저희가 선배님들의 곡을 커버를 하는 입장으로서 그 원곡보다 더 못 미칠까라는 걱정이 조금 많았어요.
it's a really, really difficult piece to take on. This is something that definitely will help establish Stray Kids as a strong vocalist. Like, it's not just they're good dancers, it's not just they have nice visual and everything. It's just like they're gonna establish themselves as actually valuable vocalists. Let's go. Oh, this is a jump. Sangbin, I kind of never doubted that he's gonna do it. Everybody was super nervous about it, but I've heard him sing in that area, so I think that was okay. It was perfect. Sangbin is just like, you doubted me, huh? You thought. You can see that the youngling of the group, right? The difference between Seungmin and him singing, Seungmin is much more relaxed. And you can see that when Seungmin approached the higher tone, it was not straining in any shape or form. It was still very relaxed, nicely opened, and there was no like pushing. Like, you can see that a youngling has a little bit of the push from like, which he will need to relax a little bit, but still, I'm glad that he has Seungmin because he can learn a lot from him, and I think he can be a great vocalist as well. He already is, but for this kind of singing, you have to be a fantastic vocalist. It's a hard type of singing.
해가지고 약간 감정 확실하게 주니까.
Difficult.
첫 들어가는 제가 진짜 중요할 것 같기는 해. 제 약간 좀 앞쪽에 있긴 하거든.
네.
좀 더 벌려야 될 것 같아.
아,
제발. 오.
Yeah, he encouraged him to incorporate a little bit more warmth from the chest and put it a little bit on the air, so it's not that harsh, especially when you have the first tone and it's a little bit like frontal. Che. If you put it on a little bit air, che, it can create a little bit more warmth in the voice. It's just not that attack on the note. It's just not that direct and not that harsh.
그런 느낌으로.
제발 한 번만 기회를 달라고
다시 할게요.
제발 다시
아니래. 이게
Well, Bangchan is definitely a good leader. I like that he is trying to also keep the aesthetics of the piece, what they are trying to achieve with it, first of all. And second of all, he is not really criticizing anything needlessly, like, hey, do it more with this accent or do it more, I don't know, complicated or whatever. He is actually making it much more sustainable for him. He is asking him to mix more air in it, which is gonna release a lot of the tension. Now, we don't always want to have a lot of air, right? Because we're not trying to make every piece of the, every piece that the singer performs, especially me with my singers, like, yes, air releases a little bit of a tension, but we don't want everything to be like super airy. But if there's something in such a high tension, like he is singing right now, he is asking him to do a little bit more emotion, a little bit more air, so he would ease a lot of that strain.
그 호흡으로 섞어서 이제 너 뱉으면 될 거야.
제발 내게 다시 돌아오라고 다시 할게요.
I think that part was really, really, really good. I see where he is really focusing very hard and he is starting to overthink a little bit. Overthinking happens. It happens to everybody. It happens if you're singing for 15 years, it can happen to you. The overthinking is just your own brain working against you, and that's exactly where the emotion can get completely lost because you're so focused on the details and just so thinking about it so much that emotion can just, fly away. And what I'm trying to see is how the guys are going to help him to diffuse that.
너가 너무 신경 쓰고 있어서 그런 걸 수도 있을 것 같아.
Because you worry too much about it, yes.
감정만 느껴지면 돼. 그냥.
제발.
Bangcheng is literally like me. Like I would give my last breath to the singer. He's like going through it with them. Nice.
할 수 있어요. 할 수 있어.
더 새로운 모습? 이게 스트레이 키즈다라는 거를 각인시키고 싶어요. 긴장감 가지고 신경 써서 해야 될 것 같아요.
이번 2차 경연이 또 하나의 큰 도전인 것 같아서 긴장이 되는 건 어쩔 수 없는 것 같아. 우리 보컬 라인 친구들도 좀 부담이 꽤나 클 것 같은데 잘할 수 있을 것 같아서.
I'm sorry for Han because I think like Han has like the hardest part so far from what I've heard, and he's just like, oh yeah, well if I'm gonna screw up, then we're all screwed up. Like thanks for the pressure. I mean, I feel like Bangchan is I've said it a million times before, right? I am a huge fan of Bangchan. I think he is freaking amazing, but he's not that kind of a leader, or basically I feel like he is almost like their mentor, even though they are each good at what they do. But he is validating their feelings as a singers, because as a singer you'd have a doubt, it like in everything else, like if you would do sports, if you would do, I don't know, whatever, you do have like questionable moments, like, am I doing this right? Was this a good choice? And what you have to do as either vocal coach or a leader, because he is doing a lot of vocal coach kind of work right here as well, especially kind of the psychological part of it, right? To hype up the person, to validate their worries. Like, you cannot be like, you have nothing to worry about, whatever, it's gonna be fine. That does not really diffuse the stress in people. That does not cut it. Like, validate their feelings first. Like, yes, it's okay to be nervous, it's okay to be stressed, this is a hard piece, but we can do it. If we focus, we can like really nail this. So he is choosing the best approach ever. I'm so sorry for Han.
후회 없는 무대 만들어 봅시다.
화이팅! 화이팅!
너를 놓지 않을게 두번 다시 나를 앞에 다시 위시가 평생 아무것도 못하는 내가 쉬는 거야 꼼수들하는 것도 못하는 내가 쉬는 거야 꼼수들하는 바라 비를 보내 배착하죠 Baby you're 평생 아무것도 모르는 내가 어떻게 생각해서 퉁치기도 멈춰 백조는 듯한 감정 외치면서 못하는 내가 쉬는 거야 꼼수들하는 바라 비를 보내 배착하죠.
I love how Sangmin is just composed at all times. He knows what he's doing. He is very well trained, and just his composure is like the calmness in him. I always experience this in people who like genuinely worked their ass off on their art. Like, they did their best, and they were like, when you work a lot and you work very hard, it comes with a certain composure and confidence, and he has that. Like, if you compare it with a youngling, he's so nervous because he knows he's not that 100% confident in himself like Sangmin. It's gonna come with time, and he has a great bunch of people to help him there.
아, 노래 진짜 잘 불러야겠다.
우리 노래하는 멤버들 조금만 더 잘해보자. 이거 너무 적나라하게 들린다.
제발 한 번만 기회를 달라고 혼자 될 순 없어.
이해나, 없어 할 때 힘 안 돼서 안 될 것 같으면 그냥 가성으로 쳐.
It's okay. I think it's super high, and honestly, I don't really consider it a necessity to always build stuff out, especially if you know that your nerves can get the best out of you. In a calm, composed, and relaxed surroundings, you can do definitely much better than under tons of stress, movement, the sense of responsibility for, you know, like the whole team, the whole band and everything, like the outcome of the performance. Just so much stress, and I'm so sorry for Arrin. I completely understand it, and it's not really like, hey, you cannot do it with falsetto. That's not that. Like, it's literally just don't put yourself under that much stress if the outcome is gonna be probably the same because they're singing like in, you know, in duet.
혹시나 실수하지 않을까? 많이 떨렸어요.
보컬 멤버들도 그렇고 모든 멤버들이 이번 곡을 준비하면서 정말 모든 걸 쏟아 부은 게 느껴지거든요. 그 모든 걸 쏟아 부은 만큼 결과가 뭔가 헛되지 않았으면 좋겠어요.
저희가 반지를 왜 이쪽 손가락에 맞췄겠어요? 1등 하려고죠.
2차 경연 마지막 팀입니다.
Alright, so that's it for the first like a prep phase plus studio, and I have one more footage from the studio which I was trying to find for a very long time because I wanted to see Han recording his vocals because I know what he's about to sing, and that is I need to hear it. So I found it. Let's see.
자, 한번 해볼까요?
오케이, 해보겠습니다.
아, 맞아. 이것도
Han has different kind of confidence than Seungmin. If you look at it, Seungmin has this composed confidence. Like he does get stressed out. You can see, but he is like perfectly putting it in his composure and calmness. While Han is just like the chaotic confidence. Like, but the chaotic one, I'm that one, by the way. If I'm under a lot of pressure as a singer, I start to be like literally I'm Han. That's it. That's me.
쉬웠었어.
So I can relate.
금방이 안 나가가지고.
야 간다, 베이비.
이런 느낌도 괜찮은 것 같아.
Look at Bangchan. He's just like embodying himself to every member. When somebody is in that booth, Chris is there with him. 100%.
Baby,
The hyper.
아령들어?
Okay, let's go.
Baby, you're prey. Yeah. Oh, get up.
Yeah. So it was not incorrect, but this happens if you physically feel that it's 100% that the vocal cords are going to sustain the pressure that you put in on them, and you're kind of like, okay, this is going to tremble. So need to start again. But I love Hans' just so fronted sound. He does open a lot, which is in that belt is absolutely necessary. Like you cannot avoid that. And his tone is incredible. He would be a great rock singer as well because he has that. He has that it factor for a rock singer.
형, 딱 두 번만 더 해보자. 야, 이거 내 자존심이 허락을 안 해, 지금.
If you hear him speaking, he also has a very direct speech. So a lot of times he's speaking like this. And that, you can like immediately spot the way he's gonna sing. Ooh.
승부욕이 있어서.
잠깐만.
Shirt off, this is getting important.
열심히 할게요, 피디님. 파이팅! 스티비 원더, I can do it.
Stevie Wonder, I can do it.
맞아. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Woo! Let's go. Han, I believe in you.
Baby, you're prey. Yeah. Prey. Yeah. Oh,
No, no.
Oh.
He's almost there. He needs to fix the placement a tiny bit. It needs to be slightly more stable so he can finish the whole phrase without it actually falling apart. It's about mental blocks for him, but I feel like Han knows how to kind of, you know, abolish his own mental block. Like, for example, with this, he's gonna start to do stupid stuff, sing whatever he wants to sing, and just like play around and hit a couple of tones. He even hit a couple of tones higher than what he's supposed to sing right now. And that helps a lot. Like if you're struggling with a tone, go back to exercise. I go back to exercise with my students, but a lot of times you can also just fool around and try to climb higher without that pressure of the stress of that exact phrase that you need to sing, and just like, you know, diffuse that stress in you and be like, okay, I just sang a tone that was like 3 tones higher than this. I'm good. I'm good. This is a piece of cake. Nicely done. Beautiful mix.
오케이, 진짜 마지막으로 한번 해볼게요.
Let's go.
자, 해볼게요.
이거 안 되면
집 가.
오케이, 집 간다.
Baby, you're prey. Yeah. 제발 내 이름을 불러줘.
Nicely done.
와, 진짜 막 불러달래잖아.
It is on the very edge of what Han can do. Like this is still very full, very nicely anchored. The upper tone that he went, that was very high in his mix as well. But this is like, this is even for Han, this was a huge challenge, and he did very well. So super proud of him. If I would choose one person who would be able to belt it out from this group, it would be Han. Especially because the way he sings and the way his tone quality is just so very well suited for this. Gorgeous.
고생하셨습니다.
Okay, well, I cannot wait for the performance, because now we've seen what was in a recording studio, and now we're gonna go and react to the performance itself. I'm so nervous. So nervous.
I'll be your man. 다시 너를 놓지 않을게. 두 번 다시 날 그렇게.
Nice. So that was the intro that we were expecting right from Sangmin. The huge jump to such a very open and unstable placement. Very hard to nail. Great job. Han is such an underestimated singer. He has such an incredible potential and is using it fully, so I'm happy for that. Come on, Changbin. He adds a lot of heavy fry on his voice, but honestly, now that I've heard a little bit more from Stray Kids, I could recognize him anywhere. Like when I hear his rap, I know that it's him. He has a very signature style, and also that heavy fry on top of that glee tone. He is doing it superficially, so it is very, very aimed to sound that way, and it sounds really good. Good job, Arrin. I know that he wanted to belt it and he went with a falsetto, but could you see it on his face? No, not while he was in the performance. You wouldn't be able to tell that it was not supposed to be that way. And that's what we need. That's what we're searching for. Something that, if you watch the performance, you cannot tell. I know that you're upset as a singer, as a performer. After the performance, you can wind out your frustration and just, be upset. But during the performance, you have to keep perfect face. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. Everything's fine. If I wouldn't watch the prep video, I would know it was not supposed to be that way, because it's literally just a stylistic choice. And I know he wanted to build it so badly, so I hope he's not going to be super upset.
Always on my mind, always on my mind. You're always on my mind, 24/7, 365. Promise to be by your side, swear to God I'll risk my life. No hope, but still I try, 'cause all I hear from you I cry.
This person. Why does he have such a chokehold on my heart? Can somebody explain? He has me in chokehold, this man. I don't know why. But I like that they paired a very deep beat with his voice to exaggerate the depth in it. What you wanted to achieve, you did achieve. Trust me. Intense. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is really intense. Performance and visuals. Everything is falling down. Oh my god. Okay, so I mean, first of all, wow. Second of all, Felix would be the cutest demon from hell that I would volunteer. I'll be like, I'll go. I know you didn't ask, I'll still go. You know, the cutest demon from hell. I swear, this was such a cool scene, especially with the stage falling down. Really, really nice storytelling. I love how his voice is just naturally husky. I'm always jealous of husky voices, and Bangchan has one. And like honey.
Baby,
Yes! Ah, yes! My boys nailed it. Absolutely. I never knew how much I needed to hear Sandman and Han together. God, the power. We're gonna replay that, all right? What the heck? No, no, you're not allowed to make me cry on the last 8 seconds of the performance. That's mean. that is mean. I was like a whole storytelling in there. God damn it. And I was like, this is a cool performance. Thanks God it's not a sad performance. Thanks God it's not emotional performance, but no. Are we doing it in OC? No. Ah, that was a stunning performance. Very difficult on Cara, right? I'm not the dancer, but I can tell that like you could hear them breathing at the very end. So yeah, the microphones were on for all the doubters. It was a difficult one. And oh my God. All right, so I'm probably know what you want me to comment on the most, but I would like to praise the whole group because it did such a great job. Bangchan in his leader position, especially, like, I love that he didn't let boys crumble under the stress because they chose such a difficult song. It's a hard position to be in. First of all, you are the leader. You have the last word on what song you're gonna choose. So if you're gonna choose something that you put your team, your group in jeopardy, that you give them, you know, something that they wouldn't be able to do, it's on you. So if you but you don't want to also choose something that's not going to showcase anything, right? You want to choose something where everybody's going to have a place to shine, where you as a group are going to establish yourself as a good singers, a great performers. It's a hard choice to make. So if you do the hard choice and choose a really difficult song, you have to be able to lead those people, to be able to do it. So I think he did a great job on not letting them crumble, supporting them. Very, very good job. The whole performance was freaking amazing. I love how the production of Stray Kids, when it comes to Felix's voice, is just getting better and better and better. They know how to exaggerate it. They know how to make him stand out really, really well. Again, every single time there is a Felix in any performance is a showstopper. Like, everything stops for him. We love that. And also Sangmin and Han, the duo of such a stunning vocalist, that belting plays it. It's not just about like one belt and like slow progression to one belt. It's a full belt fest. It's like a whole chunk, difficult on breathing, difficult on the tension, difficult to keep it up, very, very hard place. And they were singing in unisono. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Let's try to replay that. And I have to say that I love the Changbin's been rapping and behind it. It ramped up the whole atmosphere to like 110, right? So it was not just the exaggeration of the voices that are just creating this build up into this incredible belt of two fantastic singers, but actually like the tension of that rap behind it, which is like feels so urgent and intense. The tension in that triangle, inside of that triangle. Oh my god, I also love that they were actually facing each other at that moment, because that was just core of the performance. It was just so important to nail that part. Arrin actually nailed this part. He was not going with a falsetto. This was a clean, and I like that he got like a center moment on him as well. I hope that he's gonna feel redeemed for that falsetto before, even though I don't think he has anything to be redeeming himself for. Like, it's not a crime to sing something in a different register. Gorgeous. Let's just repeat that one part, which was probably the most with attention on if Arrin is gonna nail it or not. I don't think that was inherently bad. I think the nerves got the best of him, and instead of really focusing on making that falsetto a little bit heavier and very, very stable, he got nervous because he sang it in falsetto. And that happens. Like, we do not like to go the easy route, especially singers that do try to constantly better themselves and have this sense of proving, which as the youngest in the group is absolutely probably does have this feeling of I have to prove myself. And I did have that my whole life as well. Like, I have to prove myself that I can sing this, I can do that, I can do that. And I know that a lot of you at home feel the same way, right? And then you have the situation where you have that place, you have that space to prove that you can do what you can do, and you do it kind of halfway or differently than you imagined, differently than what you hoped for. And I feel like this like got the best of him. It was not a bad moment in the song, but I see that instead of focusing on that falsetto, making it really like stable and a little bit more chunkier, so he would like kind of smooth out that difference between his full voice and falsetto, he actually got super nervous about actually even using the falsetto. And that's where I feel like he crumbled a little bit, but not for me. Again, I don't feel like singing a place or a phrase that is supposed to be an original that is belted, sing it in different registers is nothing bad. There's been tons of amazing covers, some even more famous than the originals, where singers sang it in a completely different way and nothing happened. It's completely fine. So I'm still very proud of Arrin. Very, very proud. Okay, so this is after the performance. Aww. I do think B2B were utterly impressed. I I cannot see why, like, a different scenario, like they would be like, no, it sucked. Absolutely no. I feel like B2B, as they said, felt a certain kind of comfort even listening to it. So, born to be like B2B. It's freaking sweet. No. No. Arrin, come on, you did so well.
되게 라이브 연습을 많이 했는데 생각했던 것보다 잘 안 나와가지고 긴장을 좀 많이 해서 그런지.
Definitely. Nerves are a huge enemy because, like, in everything else that we do, if something is precious to us and we really want it to work, the nerves can get the best of us. And also, I want you to guys put it in your head as well at home. Think about it. If you are training towards something and you really wanted to achieve it, if it doesn't work out the first time, it's completely fine. If you are gonna just keep on going, it's gonna happen at one point. So don't give up just because it's not paying out immediately. It will pay out at one point and it's gonna be double that good. I promise you.
저도 모르게 몸에 힘이 많이 들어가가지고 120%를 보여주고 싶었는데 한 40% 보여준 느낌이에요. 조금 미안했어요. 조금 저 때문에 무대가 조금
I want to hug him. Oh my god. No, absolutely no. It did not influence the performance whatsoever. And I know they're perfectionists, so they spot everything. But it made the whole performance more human. Like, nothing is absolutely 110% perfect.
네. You did good. 어디 부분? 전체적으로
Oh.
It's okay, man. 이렇게 커진 걸.
I think that's Bangchan, right? Is it dad? Is the dad confronting the kids?
이제 앉지도 못하겠네. 이거 하나 관계라 생각해? 다음에 아니면 되니까. 네. 응. 그리고 나도 말이죠.
Then you can tell that Bangchan been through stuff. Because the way he confronts them and the way he knows how to just feel them, make them feel comfortable and in a safe zone, those are some self-helping techniques that I know that he had to do for himself on the way there. Like, it reminds me of a lot of self-built people. These, like, oh, think about it as a phase. It's gonna pass. It's gonna be over and you're gonna start a new phase. It's gonna be much better. And that is a self-comforting method that I know that he had to learn himself to pass it on others. So, God.
너무 많이 틀렸어.
이엔이가 누구보다 노력을 많이 했어요. 많이 한 걸 저희가 다 알아서.
이엔이 진짜 멋있었습니다. 리허설 때보다.
You can tell he's so proud. Guys did a great job.
진짜 멋있었어요.
우리 막내 이엔이 포함 우리 스트레이키즈 멤버들 진짜 고생 많았어요.
So I really have to say that I am personally proud of all of them. This was a great performance. And I think the ones who mattered the most, B2B, were incredibly impressed. I think they felt like they did a great job about their song, you know, especially when they acknowledge in advance that the song is incredibly difficult and it's really hard to master. So I think they did a very, very good job. I swear to God, the last few weeks, Stray Kids are just like, oops, I did it again. Hello everybody, my name is Katriinka. I'm a professional singer and a vocal coach, and welcome back to my channel. And now, without any further ado, Stray Kids on the First Take and their song Scars. Alright, let's get into that.
네, 이제 저희가 두 번째 곡으로 이제 다시 돌아오게 되었는데요. 다시 돌아오게 될 수 있는 것 자체가 너무 이제 영광이라고 말씀드리고 싶습니다. 와우.
Okay, there's a bunch of cool details that I noticed. First of all, they have little scars. I like that. That's a cute little idea to incorporate. First of all, second of all, did I just saw corset on my boy?
두 번째 곡으로 이제 다시 돌아오게 되었는데요. 다시 돌아오게 될 수 있는 것 자체가 너무 이제
It is. Oh my God, you cannot see it. Look at that. Look. There. Icon. I'm telling you, iconic.
드리고 싶습니다. 와우. 너무너무 좋았던 것 같고 그리고
Those scars are cool.
돌아보면
I like that.
이번에 부를 곡을 어떤 곡인지 한번 소개 부탁드리겠습니다. 우리 샹빈스.
네, 저희가 이번에 부르게 될 노래는 스칼스라는 곡이고요. 저희의 아픔, 상처, 그런 흉터들을 딛고 더 높은 곳을 향해 나아가겠다는 그런 포부를 담은 곡입니다.
나이스.
포부를 잘.
I know that Changbin is like both composing and producing a lot of songs for Stray Kids, and I know his own as well. So it was interesting that they chose exactly him to explain the song. I liked it a lot.
담아서 멋있게 불러보겠습니다.
좋습니다. 곡 자체도 되게 이렇게 뭐라 해야지 감정이 되게 쏟는 그런 곡이다 보니까 그냥 서서 부르는 건 또 처음이잖아요.
맞아요.
그만큼 한번 잘 불러봅시다. 멤버들 준비됐나요?
네, 준비됐습니다.
오케이.
So this is one of the first times that they are kind of performing this song this way. So very open, live. I'm very excited for it. Also, I really have to say that I've seen them all around the internet, kind of like recently. I've seen the live dance performances. You know who I'm looking at, right? The Motley Crue. And like all of them are having a lot of solo projects that I'm very proud of because all of them were just, I've been watching, I've been listening, and good freaking job. I cannot wait for this performance.
I'll never cry because I know that I'll never change 人知れぬ場所耐えたら立ち尽くす何度も倒れそうになるけど一人手を伸ばし一人立ち上がる기트 부시 탔으니까 기우시다 티 이탄 다키지 야스 마스라나 이 바깥도 노마이 가라스코 노 코에 고노 키즈 아토 덴부 마루데 타투 사라케 다시 데 스베테오 미세로 소리가 스베테오 나게 다시 시작그 나루 나냐 테모 Come out was let go 타올레 테모 타올레 테모 그만해 I turn on the light 속도만 I will never give up 僕なら大丈夫突き進んで傷つくことこの心に変わりはないたとえ壊れそうでも力の限り目指す転んでも僕なら大丈夫
All right, let's go from the beginning. I wanted to kind of chop this into two halves. Two halves. So I'm gonna always listen to half and then rewind it, go one after another, and then listen to the entire second half and then talk about it in the end. So, okay, let's replay. Let's see what we've got here because there's been some nice highlights. First of all, Bang Chan, the leader. I honestly don't know. I've heard that he sometimes gets a lot of hate and stuff like that. I cannot really understand why he's such an all-rounder. He has a great full voice. It has a gorgeous color. I've heard him singing in a very high-head voice. I've heard him singing with a lot of power. He can go with like a very punchy style. So it is very piercing. It is very out there. It has the energy. It's not like very laid back or very mellow. Not that those type of voices would not be like nice, but for a leading voice, it is such a great quality because it's just out there. It's leading the music. For the singer, it's incredibly important that the music is not pushing you, but you are leading the music forward. So you are always one step ahead of the music. Music is just your background. You are the star of the show. And I feel like he's fulfilling that concept honestly perfectly. He is very versatile, but with his main singing voice, so when he's using the more anchor, the full voice, it's just so much out there. It's very recognizable. I think he's a great leader, honestly. I don't know if it's gonna have any value that I'm gonna mention that, but I've heard that he struggles sometimes with a lot of people being extremely mean to him. So for me, he is an amazing leader when it comes to vocals, and he's extremely clean, and he's definitely leading forward, which is just incredibly important in the role that he is filling in.
오케이, 자 그만만 가봅시다. 오네가시마스.
오네가시마스.
I'll never cry because I know that I'll never change. 人知れぬ場所耐えたら立ち尽くす。何度も倒れそうになるけど一人手を伸ばし一人立ち上がる
기트 부시 탔으니까 기울시다 티 이탄 닥키지 야스 마스라나 이 밥가도 노마이 가라실 코노 코에 코노 키즈 아토 덴부 마루데 타투
So I was just extremely taken aback with this because I've heard him rapping before, but it was much cleaner than this when it comes to not clean, that out of the pitch or something. This was clean when it comes to that, but he added so much fry on top of that. It sounded really, really good. I like that he added so much. It was almost growly. I like it a lot. Plus his fry is very like on a wet side, so if you have a wet fry, it is much healthier for your vocal cords. But he is bringing a lot of that kind of dark rap into the group. So I'm just gonna replay it really quickly one more time because I like the amount of fry he added on. It was definitely on purpose, and he did very well. It's not the type of fry, the growly fry that would actually hurt you, so well done.
기트 부시 탔으니까 기울시다 티 이탄 닥키지 야스 마스라나 이 밥가도 노마이 가라실 코노 코에 코노 키즈 아토 덴부 마루데 타투 살아게 다시 되시면 미세로 수레가 스베트죠 나게 다시 시작은 나루 난 야테모 Come out was let go 차올레 테모 차올레 테모.
So the second one is much cleaner, but he feels much more agile as well with his voice. When you are adding a lot of fry, a lot of growls on top of the voice, it is slowing your tempo a little down. So his phrasing was a little slower, but he added a lot of fry on. And the second rap felt much faster, but actually it was much more lighter. He didn't have to add that additional fry on, so it felt much more agile. I like both of them, to be fair. I really like both of them. I like both of them. First of all, the first one has a very gorgeous nasal tone quality. And then we have the king of the switches into head voice. His switches are just so clean and very, very, very effortless. It's so obvious that he is very often set in exactly that role. So it's like high mix, switching into the head voice. And it just, he developed his very unique style of doing that. And it's just very pretty there. This was interesting. So he sang this at the same kind of placement twice, but first time he went still in his upper mix, and second time he went with head voice. Still interesting switch. I really have to say that more and more and more, I'm just falling in love with Changbin. I love the versatility that he has, but he has such a stunning tone quality in his voice. And every time he sings, he just goes all in. I like that.
'Cause I know that it'll never change. 人知れぬ場所耐えたら立ち尽くす何度も倒れそうになるけど一人手を伸ばし一人立ち上がるくじけそうな心胸に叫ぶ音誰か見てくれているだろうこの痛み癒してくれるだろう開けまで I turn on the lights そう止まらないまだ先に光る未来へ向かい We never give up 僕なら
Oh, that was fantastic. The placement was just
大丈夫突き進んで傷つこうとこの心に変わりはない進む先また涙流しても強く手を握り向けよ明日へと
It was nice. Clean.
また取り戻して上向いてを眩しいほど My scar so show it all この心に変わりはないたとえ壊れそうでも力の限り目指すから産んでも僕なら大丈夫
Alright, boys.
Wow. Wow.
We're gonna replay from the second half. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
'Cause I know that it'll never change
Here's the second half. I like that we got this. This phrase was at the intro as well. It was sang by Bangchan. It's really nice to see the very obvious difference in their tone quality. This is their comfort zone. This is a phrase that is usually in the song, like the placement of this phrase is very much for the storytelling. It's in the place where your tone quality is the warmest, the most natural. So it's really nice to see both of these voices in this placement of comfort. So we can see very obviously the difference in their tone quality. His voice is so incredibly good. First of all, I love the tension that he's creating. He's not creating unhealthy type of tension that would be straining your vocal cords at all. It's the type of tension that you feel like it's just pushing the song forward. It's a type of tension that is creating that energy of that song, the punchy feeling of that song. It's just very strong. He's fronting his sound a lot. So he's not going too much into his throat. He's not too nasal. He's just opening very, very directly out. And I just love his tone quality, and I love that he is, every single time he sings, you see that he's just gone. He's there. He's in a zone completely. He's not even looking around. He just closes his eyes and he just goes. Such a great performer. I love him a lot. I'm just really growing on him incredibly. He's slowly but surely becoming one of my faves, if not the most favorite in the group. With my baby right here. such a good build with the placement that he has. He's heavily pushing into nose, but it's very good because he doesn't have to switch into head voice. Therefore, it can be pretty open build that we had there. He also dropped the jaw very nicely, so good job. I can't with the versatility of the boys. I just can't sometimes. They do it very effortlessly, and it's just so freaking good. So this was much lighter. That was a little bit more airy, and the switch was still incredibly inaudible. Like, it was very fluent. I think this phrase was actually underestimated. It's pretty high, and it is actually leading the song into its finale. So it is the burst of the energy.
Wow.
Wow. Good.
Whoa.
와. 네, 이렇게
All around,
저희가
guys.
Guys를
네.
라이브로 이렇게 원테이크로 이렇게 부르게 되는데요.
그러니까.
멤버들 어땠어요?
이게 가만히 서서 부르니까 이게 몸이 주체가 안 되는데 꼬틀꼬틀 돼가지고 해야 될 것 같아요.
Yeah, I know that they are used to move while singing, so this has to be a little bit grounding experience for them. You can see that they're just like naturally moving a little bit, but it has to be also at the same time, it has to be really nice to be able to focus on just singing. But it's a gorgeous song. I'm so happy that they got to perform it for the very first time in the first take, so it's a double stress, right? The first time you actually performing this song this particular way, and it's on the first take, so stressful as hell, but they handled it perfectly. I liked this song a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Definitely go and listen to it on its own, like full performance without me interrupting, because it's really gorgeous performance. And also listen to the rest of their first take performance there, and then you can go and check my reactions on my channel. But if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here, somewhere here. And here is the video that YouTube actually recommended for you. And here is rest of my Korean reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.